Welcome back to the Teacher's Lounge. Today I have with me our new principal for Pine Forge Academy, Principal Rhodes. Welcome to our show today. Principal Rhodes has been a student here at Pine Forge Academy, so she is an alum. Principal Rhodes has been a teacher here at Pine Forge Academy. She was a parent here at Pine Forge Academy. She has been our vice principal at Pine Forge Academy, and she has always stepped in when needed. And so I'm saying all that to say this: God has been preparing Principal Rhodes for this new position. And so, Principal Rhodes, we're excited to have you. And I'm going to jump right into questions because you're ready. Talk to me about your vision as the new principal of Pine Forge Academy.
Sure. Pine Forge Academy has always been a place where we educate the entire child. We understand from what Ellen White tells us about how we should raise our children. Pine Forge is a place where we talk about all facets. So the mental health of children, their spiritual growth, their physical growth, and of course their academics. We've been doing this since 1946. We're walking into our 80th year. And so the vision that we have, and I won't say it's mine, I think it's a vision that is historical to the Academy, is how are we going to not just prepare leaders for the future, but also how we're going to hit all of those components when we talk about educating young people. We are known for lots of things, but I want us to be known for a school that prepares students holistically, but more importantly, evangelizing these children and getting them ready for the kingdom.
I notice when I walk into the foyer, there's a wall of principals up there, and every principal leaves a legacy. What is your legacy that you want to leave behind as principal?
Well, you're asking all the good questions today. I think about legacy. When I was a student here at the Academy, Pastor Stephen Richardson was my principal. And I loved him to death. I loved walking into his office. He always smiled. He has this radio announcer voice that would call me out, and I really felt comfortable, and I felt like this was home away from home. I tell people all the time that Pine Forge was probably my best year of high school. It was my best year of learning. I wanted to come back. If you ask me what my dream job is, Pine Forge Academy is my dream job. In the legacy that I want to leave behind, when that time comes, I want people to say that Principal Rhodes left a school that was focused on preparing children for the future, giving them the ability to go into the practical workforce or even further into college and higher ed. She also left children wanting to find and share the love of Christ with everybody around them. They were ready to go out and evangelize the world. I want them to be able to say she came from a pastor and educator family, and having that as an integral part of who she was, she made sure that students did their job in telling their friends and loved ones. I tell people this all the time. I want Jesus to be a disease. I want children to be infected with him, so much so that they take it home to their families, and their families are infected, and in their neighborhoods, and on and on and on, because that's the only way to hasten Christ's coming. And so in leaving, whenever that day comes, hopefully not soon, in leaving, I want the world to know that I did my job to hasten Christ's coming, but I did it occupying until he came and ensuring that students were prepared for this world and to prepare others for Christ's coming.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, one of the things that I know about you, you were an amazing English teacher, or you are an amazing English teacher. And as a vice principal, you focused on curriculum. How are you going to take that to make sure that when students leave Pine Forge Academy, they will go to any college that they choose to?
So that's always been something that's very key for me. I've always wanted to make sure that my students are competitive with those outside of the school that they're coming from. I've built relationships with other Adventist schools and HBCUs to make sure that our young people are not only on track, but they are prepared. My goal is that when a student leaves Pine Forge, they can go to any school they choose to go to and be academically prepared. Also, if they are not considering going into college, because we know these days our students are able to leave us and they're entrepreneurs and they start their own business or they jump right into the workforce, but they still need to have those foundational skills that will be able to prepare them to have a successful business or be a successful business person, because they can write well, because they do have solid math skills, because they have the interpersonal and communication skills. That's our job here. And that was my job as a teacher and as Dean of Instruction and Vice Principal. I wanted to make sure that in them leaving me, they were very much prepared. I didn't want to get the call back that said I didn't know what I was doing. I got to college and I was completely confused. No, that means I didn't do my job. We have built relationships with Oakwood University, with Southwestern Adventist University, with Washington Adventist University. We've been in conversation with Howard University, asking them, how do we make sure that our students are prepared? How are we sure that they're ready to get into your school without any issue? We have done some satellite coursework with them. We even had Andrew's professors come and teach some classes for us so that they understand this is what a college rigor looks like. This is what I have to do to handle that rigor. We've offered dual credit courses. We're doing more of that because we understand that our Black and brown children have to be prepared. They have to always overachieve just to hit where everybody else is as a standard. And so we push for that. Many of the things that I do in my classroom, along with the relationships that I build outside of Pine Forge, are really to make sure that our young people are prepared. And so those are some of the things that we're doing.
Awesome, awesome. And I know this year, the Office of Education, we're working on a new program, a new initiative called Brothers Rising, where we will be partnering with Pine Forge. And this program will allow us to work with the young Black males here at Pine Forge Academy. We will take them to Howard University. We will have conversations with them about preparing them for college. And we're doing that because we know that enrollment in HBCUs and in colleges across the country, when it comes to Black males, it's low. And so we want to do our part. And so we're here to work alongside you. Now, there's no such thing as a perfect school. Even though I know you bleed green and white, you still can see the things that you need to build upon here at Pine Forge. So what are the strengths here? If I'm a new parent coming in, what are your strengths as a school? And then what are the things that you want to focus on as far as improvement is concerned?
Sure. Like I said, Pine Forge is walking into year 80. So longevity is a huge plus for us. There are so many other schools like us that have not made it to this point. They're closed now. We're still standing tall. We're still open. We're still strong, and we're grateful for that. When new parents come and talk to me about the academy, some things that I like to point out to them are we have a very unique situation in a family unit. We're very close. Once you're here, you're family. Even if you don't return or you don't graduate, you're still part of our family. And it is that familia situation that we sit in that allows us to build the strong relationships, to allow students to feel comfortable to have the extra time with teachers. Teachers are always going above and beyond to make sure that young people get what they need. At the academy, some of our strongest areas outside of academics, we have a phenomenal choir. We have an amazing creative arts team. And those two groups act as ambassadors for us when we leave campus and we go out and we talk to other groups. Mr. Roseborough has been putting out some wonderful videos with the choir. Erica Birmingham has been doing an amazing job talking about real issues that are happening in our Black and brown community in plays and short story, to the place that you're not going to necessarily laugh. You may not cry, but when you walk away from her performances, you're going to stop and think, what is this doing for our young people? How do we fix what's going on out there? And what are other ways that we can expose young people to what the world is really like? And so those are two of our biggest strong suits. The others, we are excited about what's going on at Handy Hall. a strong boys program. We've got a good dean over there in Dean Sean Critchlow. He is teaching our young boys what a man does, how he carries himself, how he walks and talks. They talk about integrity. They talk about accountability. That's been huge over there. And we have watched our young men turn the corner. You can see a freshman come in the fall and he's just holding it together. And by springtime, he's holding his head tall. He's opening the doors for the young ladies. He's pulling out a chair where before he may have pulled that chair, she hit the floor. So we are seeing that change happening, and it's a wonderful thing to see. In the girls' dorm, we have a new dean. But even in her newness, the way that she and Dean Critchlow have been planning about how they're going to co-parent our students, I'm excited about what it's going to look like. I'm excited about what the end product will be, because she is about dressing, acting, walking, talking like a young lady. How do young ladies carry themselves? And she carries herself that way as well. So those are all great pieces. In our academic program, we have teachers that are experts in their fields. They know their material. They are not going to be reading directly from the text. These folk have masters in their areas, and they know what they're talking about, and they're staying on the edge of the newest research. And so when you walk in a classroom, I walk in classrooms all the time. I'm always hearing something new. I'm always enjoying the conversation that's happening, watching kids dig deeper, and watching teachers see the aha moment and just glowing in it. We have a phenomenal support staff. These are people who are not just doing their job, but they're also supporting young people by bringing them in and say, listen, your grades aren't where they're supposed to be, and you can't move this weekend, or you can't do X, Y, and Z, but I'm going to sit here with you. They're not talking down to them and saying, get your life together. They are standing behind them, holding their hands, walking them to where they need to be to make sure that they get the support that's needed. We are out here in a beautiful space where there's beautiful sky and wonderful trees and a historical campus, and all that walking requires exercise, and we're hungry, and we've got a phenomenal cafeteria staff. Our young people are eating probably more than they think, but it's good food, it's good times. They're learning and loving and living and praying together, and I think those are the major things we have to point toward when we talk about Pine Forge and its strengths.
Let me ask you this question. What do your enrollment numbers look like for the upcoming school year?
That is my happy place right now. So we ended last school year at about 104, and currently we are in 120 plus. God has been really good to us over the summer. We're even at a place that if you don't hurry up, there may not be a bed for your young person over in Kimbrough Hall, because we're just about full. And that's exciting in itself. We're almost at capacity. We still have room to give for boys, so we'll take those. But we're really in a good place. And so this is phenomenal news, and keep us in your prayers.
Awesome, awesome. And so speaking of Kimbrough, I do want to take an opportunity to walk over to Kimbrough, to walk over to Handy, and I also want to talk about the spiritual life here on campus. And I would love to have that conversation in the church.
Sure.
Maybe parents can see where the students worship, where they live, and then maybe we can head to the gym as well and see where the school has won some championships in the past.
Sounds fantastic.
All right, let's go. So Principal Rhodes, we're going to take a look at Handy Hall, which I believe this is the second year where it would have been after the renovation, correct?
Correct. Handy Hall opened to our boys in January of 2024. They just finished their first full year in the building. And one of the things that's really nice, a great feature, is the keyless entry. Students have an ID badge. Their ID badge acts as their key. So the building is locked down. Once they leave and go to class, it's locked up. They can't get back in unless we give them access back in. If they're sick, we let the dean know, we let facilities know, so that that door can open and they can get in. And we're going to show you by opening it with the app. Welcome to Handy Hall.
Now, this is really nice. And as we're talking about safety, I noticed a new addition, not just to the renovation, but also a new safety addition.
That's right. We just got this new communication system. This system is fantastic because you can put messaging on that system. It can be seen in this dorm. It can be seen in all the buildings on campus. The other piece that's really cool about this is I can call and do an announcement to the entire school body from my office. We can also do a specific call to Handy, Kimbrough, each one of the buildings directly through this system. We love it because when we talk about safety, we talk about fire, lockdown drills, all of that. This was a really important part for us. So now we can do an all call across the entire system.
Wow. Well, I can see that you have been prioritizing safety on campus, especially in this day and age.
Right now, we're standing in the lobby of Handy Hall, where this space got new flooring, new paint, new walls, new carpeting, new furnishings, and the boys love it out here. Our head dean, Dean Critchlow, has done an amazing job when it comes to decor and just making this kind of feel like home. And so the guys come in, and this is their living room. And so welcome to Handy's living room. We talked earlier about some of the things that Handy Dean Critchlow is doing here in Handy, and the 3 words that are key to them are integrity, leadership, and service. And you'll see that on the walls. You'll see that on T-shirts. All that kind of thing is happening. So you have through these doors the chapel, and we have a new barbershop. Where you see our barbershop pole, and coming out of our barbershop is our head dean, Dean Critchlow. We're so happy to have you. We're grateful that you're in the house right now. We want you to tell us a little bit about the core values of your program. What's it like being a man in Handy Hall? What are you trying to get these young men to learn?
Sure. So we want to make sure that our guys know about integrity, leadership, and service. Those are our core values here. And our slogan is it takes integrity to lead and leaders serve. So we try our best to model that expectation. We make sure that we're playing with the guys, we're talking with the guys, and using real life examples to make sure that those things are being reinforced.
So the wonderful thing about Handy Hall is almost everything is new. We worked from the bottom up, meaning these floors were trenches for a long time.
Yes, Stuart.
And then it was fun to see a big mud puddle become a building. So that was really great. I love the new floors, the new paint, the new doors. Everything is new. And our guys like that it's new. And so they appreciate the new.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it. So here we are. This is room 104. We're going to take a look inside so that you get an idea what young men see. We really love how these turned out. Even the color scheme turned out nice. It is really nice. We have some beautiful flooring here. We have storage units underneath each bed, cabinetry over here. That's lovely. I wish this was at my house. My children wouldn't tear it up, you know? Great plumbing. And this is just, it's nice to be able to put them in a space that they're proud of, that they're comfortable in, and they take good care of it. All right? All right, let's head out to the rec room. All righty. This is our rec room at Handy Hall. And I'm going to toss this over to Dean Critchlow so he can tell you a little bit about the den and homeroom space here at Handy.
This is one of my favorite spaces, and the guys know that too. This is where a lot of the action happens. We have battles. I'm talking about ping pong, pool, air hockey. We start sweating during the ping pong games. It gets very intense in here. We take it very seriously, but the guys are, if they're coming here, they to relax, able to watch TV, different things like that, and work out as well. So we have some machines in here in this space, and then we have a cardio room. We have our free weights and our treadmills. So this is one of the favorite spaces for the young man, for sure.
It's a nice space.
Absolutely.
A really nice space.
All right, so this is our bathroom space. Before we walk in, you see on the wall, we have 2 of our 6 affirmations. You have loved and worthy. So if every morning the guys, they walk in, and this is what they're seeing to start their day before they shower and brush their teeth and things like that. The bathroom is one of our more impressive spaces. For those who stayed at camp meeting and things of that nature back in the day, the bathrooms were a place where people had some concern. But we definitely have made some huge improvements on our bathroom spaces. So we have about 5 toilets and all the things that we have in the bathroom and in the dorm are up to code as far as spaces, dimensions, things of that nature. We have 8 showers on this bathroom for the freshman sophomore wing, and then we have 8 on the junior senior wing as well. So 16 showers in total.
And we want to thank our parent company, Allegheny East Conference, because without them, this renovation definitely would not have happened. But this is a huge piece for us. And when new parents come in, new moms walk in, and they can get here and just sneak a peek before boys start using these restrooms, they're impressed. And so we are just excited.
This is one of my favorite spaces, of course. Spend a lot of time in here. Here on the wall, we have the other four of the 6 affirmations that we say to our young men every morning: valued, cared for, capable, and belong. And so those are the things that we recite every single morning to make sure that our young men are prepared for the day and that they know who they are as well. On our wall, this is one of my favorite things right here. This is our culture wall. We have kids who are currently students, and we have kids who have come back and signed the wall. We have alum who come back and signed the wall all the way from the class of 1984, things of that nature. I'm right here, Dean Crislow, class of 2013 as well. But what's really important about this wall, we have 2 verses that really stand out. We have Deuteronomy chapter 6, 4-9, and that is the Shema. That is where God is letting us know how we are to interact with him. And also, that is the verse that goes, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your strength. And then we have Exodus 34, verse 6-7. And that is very vital. That is the verse where God is talking to Moses, where he's in the cleft of the rock. And he's expressing who he is, his character, and who he is. And that's vital because we are in a society where people are trying to rename and describe God as whatever they think he is. But we have God himself telling us who he is, a loving, gracious, forgiving God, but a God who also believes in justice as well, who will correct those who do wrong to the 3rd and 4th generation. Yeah.
Well, Dean, we thank you again for just letting us come in the house and hang out and see where our young men live and how they live. And we're praying that the Lord continues to bless, and not just you, but our guys here in Handy Hall.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming. Absolutely.
Okay, so Principal Rhodes, behind us, we have our gym. So as we walk over to the church, why don't you talk about the athletic program you have here at Pine Forge Academy?
Wonderful. We have a brand new athletic director in AD Daniel Pierre-Louis. He's coming to us from Washington Adventist University, and he just finished his first year as athletic director. He's brought so much back. So now we're doing, feels like something every other season. We have track, we have basketball. So let me back up. We have track for everybody. We have boys and girls basketball. We have flag football. We have boys and girls volleyball. And we are working on, what are they adding this year? They're talking about adding soccer this incoming school year. So again, when we talk about the whole child, this is the athletic, this is the physical that we're looking at with the work that he's doing over at the gym. And of course, he is posting videos about the teams and their success. He's even posting some crazy exercise routines over the summer for kids to do on our socials. So they're excited. We're excited. We can't wait to see what's going to happen this incoming school year.
Well, you talked about your socials. Tell people where they can go to see all the wonderful videos you have.
Sure. If you want to catch Pine Forge doing what Pine Forge does best, you can find us on YouTube at The Pine Forge Academy. If you want to see footage of choir concerts and graduations and all that kind of good stuff. If you want to see what's happening kind of like day to day and basketball and that kind of thing, you're going to find that on our Instagram at PFA Sparks, where you'll see that one is balanced by the students with their support staff members. So they're doing all of the USM activities, all of the banquets, all of that. That's at PFA Sparks. And then, of course, you can catch us on Facebook as well. We use Facebook more of a place to make announcements and put in short clips of things that are going on. Even our recitals, we Facebook Live those, so you can see the general recitals that are happening in the Fine Arts Department along with the seniors recitals. In order for students to graduate from the academy with the music certificate, they have to complete music theory, advanced music theory, 2 years of choir, and then, of course, the senior recital, be it instrument or voice.
Okay. Now, Since you're talking about the choir,
Mhm.
I remember a wonderful video, This Is My Black.
Yes.
And you're talking about people being able to go online. Where can they go to see This Is My Black? And you can talk about that. And then what are some updated projects you guys might be working on?
Sure. Let's start with This Is My Black. This Is My Black, you can see on Amazon Prime. You can support us by buying the film there, or you can go to Tubi and watch it for free. You can go to YouTube and find it there as well on our page. We have completed recently 2 new projects. One is done by our girls in the choir, and it is called Act Like a Lady, Wohilas. It's a beautiful music video about what girls can do. And it reaches back historically to who we are as Black women, biblically and historically. And so you'll see that. In Kimbrough Hall, we call our girls Wohilas, and you'll see the meanings of all that in that video. It can be found on YouTube, and then you can go to Apple Music where you'll find the recording of it as well. And our boys just finished a really cool project called Real Men Don't Cry. And it talks about men walking in who they are as men, specifically Black men, and that it's okay to show the emotion, but we have to band together and work together. It was filmed here on campus in the gym, and it can also be found on YouTube. The recording can be found on Apple Music.
Awesome. And Jared Roseboro is your guy.
Jared is my guy. Jared is the director, producer, and creator of all of these pieces. He is quite a creative genius. We're so proud of the work he's doing and can't wait to see what he's up to this school year.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, then let's get ready to head in the church and we can talk about the spiritual life.
Absolutely. Understanding that we are a Seventh-day Adventist school, at the heart of our program is our spiritual component. In this space specifically, students are praying for each other. They're praying for their families. They're praying over their community. We love the relationship that we have with Pine Forge Church because they act as the anchors for our students, not just on Sabbath, but they build community and relationship. And so these young people extend into their families and they treat them as if they are their own children. Here, we talk about who God is. We talk about how he walks and talks with us. It's not performance here. Here, it's authentic worship. And we are working to teach children that God does say, come as you are, but come authentically. We are not in a place where there's form and fashion. We are here to worship, to praise, and then, of course, to evangelize and get that message out to the world that Jesus is coming. And that's what's most important. Dr. Addriene, welcome to Kimbrough Hall. We have a lot of improvements going on. Right here, you can already tell something different has happened. We have a nice incline going on up. We used to have flat spaces here, lots of seating. We're going to be changing that up. But this is the beginning of the wonderful work that's happening inside of Kimbrough Hall.
Awesome. Well, let's go take a look at the inside.
All right. All righty. So, Dr. Addriene, we have a lot happening in Kimbrough Hall. What you're looking at, what the space we're standing in, is our new dean's offices. So this is the reception area. If you've been to Kimbrough Hall before, it was kind of disjointed out there in the hallway. I know that you recognize when you first walked in the door, something hits you and probably felt good.
That air.
That air condition.
Yes.
That air was good for my life when I walked in. This building didn't have that kind of air before, and so we're excited about that. Over here in this space, this is going to be all storage for our dean. So they have a huge storage closet. This is the reception office. So when parents first come in, you'll meet either an associate or assistant dean here or an RA. This is where they're posted up. And then right through this door, we have a new office for the head dean. So the head dean has an office that they can counsel girls in, counsel mom and dad about anything that needs to happen. We're really excited about being able to open these spaces up for the dean. She's excited too. We have new paint on the wall. We have brand new flooring on the floors. And we want parents to see these new rooms. So we're really excited about these spaces. These spaces mimic what's happening at Handy Hall.
Okay.
In Handy Hall, there are 2 student desks. There are the beds, the extra storage underneath the beds, and then of course the shelving here. Everything in this space is new. Wonderful overhead fans, brand new vanities, new paint, new flooring, new furniture, and what's even better is a brand new air conditioned unit. We feel it. It's charged, it's running, it's nice and cool in here. The girls can control their temperatures in here. It is going to be a great start for the year. We know that the girls are excited. We're excited. It just feels so good to be in the space.
And I didn't mean to step away, but the air feels so good right here.
Yeah.
I just had to step in it. So it does feel really good in this room. All right. Now, I know when we were in the boys' dorm, they had amazing bathrooms. Would you like to show us the bathrooms as well?
Absolutely. I'm going to take you into the bathroom. Let's take a look. Same color palette, different footprint, but still very impressive in there. All right. Here we go. So we have come through the tunnel and made our way into the girls' bathroom. If you were a student at Pine Forge Academy anywhere from the 70s into the 2000s, this space didn't look like this, and it had not changed in all that time. Right now, we're standing kind of in the heart of the restroom. In this bathroom, we have about 6 toilets. We have 5 regular and 1 ADA. We have about 5 or 6 sinks. And then we have this wonderful shower wall. Now, what we love about the showers is just like at Handy Hall, these can be power washed. And so we can power wash all of this. In fact, when the new girls come in, we'll have new curtains. The bathrooms will have been cleaned. The floors will be shining. It'll be ready for girls to occupy. Before, we had one hair washing sink in here, and it didn't always work. Now we have a hair washing sink over here, and then we have that great big ADA shower like they have at the boys' dorm over here on the girls' side. So we're very comfortable. We can take students from all walks of life because we have the capability and the spacing to do it. The girls love these bathrooms. They talk about how good they smell, how nice they look. And so we're just excited. Again, we're grateful to Allegheny East Conference and their love in taking care of us and providing us with this resource for our young people.
We're excited about the young people and how much they enjoy having these new amenities.
Oh, yeah.
They're really going to love the air conditioning. I just can't say that enough.
Yeah, feels real good.
Thank you, Principal Rhodes, for taking the time to walk me around your campus. They're doing a wonderful job getting prepared for the students to return. I'm excited. We're all excited about what this upcoming school year is going to look like under your leadership. I want to thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time on the Teachers Lounge. God bless.